morning. Say what? We are going to work, but today is a little bit different because, like I've said previously in the past, onto other people's roof jobs, and because they're emergencies, they have leaks going on, and I have been known to fix certain types of leaks that other people cannot solve. So I come in, and because the reason why I can find leaks so well is because I'm so comfortable ripping and tearing into a lot of parts of homes, because I'm very well aware of basically how water tries to basically fall into the house or get trapped and sit where it puddles, and then it just eventually makes its way into the house. You know, there's a lot of different situations, or like the rain comes in sideways. We have a really bad storm, and it's first and only time it ever leaks, you know, so it's like so many things can happen. But yeah, regardless, we're going to a leak job today, and then, you know, we have our regular deck jobs coming up. We have our regular other jobs that are lined up, of course, but right now, with how the weather's been being so bad and stuff, it's like, yesterday though was great for flying. I just didn't have the time. I had a big fancy dinner to go to last night, which was really nice. It was a great time. We went and ate by the water, which is like my favorite, you know, and it was just a nice time hanging out with family. So, but yeah, so regardless, so now, like I was saying, I'm headed a little south of New Jersey, right? Because, that's where the job's gonna be. But right now, I gotta go pick up a bundle of shingles, and then then go to the job, right? Because I don't have the shingles there. All it is one pack of shingles, too, by the way. I gotta stop saying so much. So I just dropped another video yesterday on the gas tank swap for the Pulsar, so definitely, guys, go check that out. Let me know what you guys think. I loved that I did the video. I thought that was really neat that I was able to get the chance to change something on a Paramotor frame. I thought that was actually really neat to actually do and get to experience. Like, I can't believe I had the chance to get a Paramotor brand new, and it had something totally different on the bottom, and then I was able to get a kit from SkyMax Paramotors to swap over, get rid of the kickstand, and design it so it's for a gas tank, a fixed tank on the bottom, instead of it being like the idea of a bladder inside the harness, or like the bottle reserve that you guys normally see like next to people. So now we converted it into the brand new Pulsar. So it's very cool. It's very unique. I want you guys to definitely go all check it out. It's something so different, and I love it, and I'm happy about it, and I can't wait to actually fly, because really, if everything works out today, maybe we'll be able to do a hang test by lunchtime, and be able to potentially go fly this afternoon with the brand new Pulsar. But I'm not trying to rush it though, because I am swapping over a used engine, and the last that I just checked my spark plug, I didn't like how white it was. It was very white, meaning like my spark plug's very, like, it's running lean. No more saying SIM card. That is an SD card. Oh, hold on a second, Scoob. Was I saying something wrong the whole time in a video? Hold on. I'm not surprised. No more saying SIM card. That is SD card. SIM cards go in phones. Scoob, thank you for calling me out. Sometimes, you know, I do know what the right things are to say, but I have realized that when I do these live streams, it's so funny how, like, when I really rewatch, especially a live, lots of videos. Yeah, it's a lot of videos. I've said it wrong tons of times. No, don't get it wrong. It's easy to slip for something like SIM card or SD card. That one's an easy one to mess up. But you're right, though. I don't want to be saying things wrong, of course. So I appreciate you calling me out, Scoob. And I know that you're not calling me out, but you're just letting me know, so I appreciate that. So what's up, Scoob? Good morning. How are you, man? It's not called a SIM card. An SD card. I gotta say it like 100 times in my head right now, so I can quit saying that. No, but seriously though, I'm super excited to go flying. Better once and have coffee. Yes, I have coffee. Yes, we got coffee this morning in my 1 cup. Just black. Everybody always asks if I really drink my coffee black. Yes, I always drink my coffee black, everybody. I don't actually like to, I'm not a big fan of cream or sugar, only because sugar, man, I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me anymore. And then also, milk. I'm starting to, I think, be more and more lactose intolerant. Like, I've always had a very mild thing of it, but I think like lately it's like, whoa, if I even think about having ice cream, it's like game over for me. So I don't really want to I'm trying to stay away from dairy products now, you know, just trying to see if like things feel a little bit better, if my breathing gets better and stuff like that. But regardless, black coffee, construction work, paramotor life. So, and you know, making the family happy, of course, because, you know, you always gotta have the family come first before work and playtime, right? So, but yeah, but regardless of everything else, I'm pretty excited to be posting a couple more videos that I have created. Like I said, I just posted another video yesterday of me doing that gas tank swap, which was dope. We just posted the other video of Bad Apples by part 2, so it's a lot longer, you know what I mean? Like I said, this is why I wanted to make a few videos out of my Bad Apples, because for one, I didn't get the video at all the way I planned it, which was very upsetting. Because the idea was I was going to do like a lot of walking around with my helmet on, meeting everybody, you know what I mean, and try to like talk to everybody so all you guys could be seeing everybody, and that didn't happen. So I had to do like all the videoing off of my phone, which I'm not a big fan of, but at least we had that option, and I was able to still capture what I was able to capture, and we had the 360 camera and a very little bit of my chase camera, which I only used, my chase camera on the last day, which is me and Asbat's Saturday that we were there at Bad Apples. So, which I'm actually working on the part 3 now, you know. I'm hoping to actually have that video basically done by this afternoon, but we'll see how today goes. Really, I'm trying to finish the Pulsar, and then we're also trying to post those videos. But like I said, what I want to do with the MY22, because I've noticed that it's running a little bit more lean, is I want to pop my cooling shroud off and pop my head off and clean it up and make sure. I want to see what 40-to-1 is really building up like, and share it with everybody, especially even on Facebook, because all I run is 40-to-1. And I'm the type of pilot who flies like a lot of, how do you call it, long distance flights to very minimum acro, but don't get me wrong, I'm on the throttle a lot more lately. So, but I'm not heavy on the throttle, you know. But, you know, I'm 40-to-1, and I'm thinking now that maybe my 40-to-1 is not a good mixture for the 2-stroke life. I think I should be running it like a little bit less oil, like maybe like a 50-to-1. I'm going to find out. Hopefully we'll find that out this afternoon too with the MY22, the Vitarazi Moster 185. Because like I said, right now, yesterday what was so exciting was that when we swapped the engines over, we put the MY22 on the Pulsar, and then we put the MY20 that I had in the box on the Star frame, right? And man, yesterday, what I always like to do when I throw an engine on a paramotor from swapping them over, because I've swapped over paramotor engines so many times, that it's so important to ground handle the Paramotor for about, to me, I like to do like almost 20 minutes of playing with it on the ground, with firing it up, warming it up, running it like I would if I was to take off, running it like I would if I was just in cruising speed. Shut it off. Or let it come down the idle, I mean, first. Shut it off. Let it sit for about 5-10 minutes. Same thing. Do that whole same procedure again, you know what I mean? And then if I'm able to do like a procedure like that 3 times, which can take up to about 20 minutes, I like to think that that motor and Paramotor is safe for the air, you know? And don't get me wrong, I always do everything by the book. I always do all the motor mounts by the book, you know? And when I say by the book, torque specs. And like what I said, right now with the Pulsar, I'm trying to really take my time with it because, for one, it's a beautiful Paramotor frame, and it's something like no other. It is completely different, and I had the chance to convert it into the brand new one, which, don't get it wrong, it's already the new Paramotor, but there's the first generation and a second generation, and they're not far apart from age. But the thing is with this Paramotor is that the first generation was like a gas tankless Paramotor, which was dope and really sweet for takeoff and landings. Like, if you guys really understood foot dragging, I got, but I avoid other acro stuff. I want to live and have no one to impress. You know what, Scoob? That's a great way to put it. Like, I'm not here trying to impress anybody. That's a great way to put it, Scoob, because, you know, I don't want to do backflips. I don't want to do anything crazy. To be honest with you, Scoob, I would love to know what it feels like to do one complete wing over. And whenever I do that, believe me, Scoob, I'll go to an SIV course, do it all the right way, where everybody's watching me, talking me through it. But really, Scoob, I'm not really in this for the acro life. I want to show people how much fun Paramotors always are and how safe it really is, you know. But then, of course, once you start swinging around and going upside down, you know, now you are taking the safety of it away, you know. And Scoob, you're absolutely right. And I'm not here to impress anybody, and I'm definitely not here to show off. I don't want that life, because I've learned a long time ago from skateboarding and quad riding and dirt bike riding what happens when you show off in front of people. You know what really happens when you show off? You just get hurt. And you're lucky if you just get hurt, because most of the time, there might not be another time. So it's just crazy, really, in the end. But because paramotoring is really the coolest thing that has ever happened to me, Scoob, and to everybody else who is watching. And I don't want to throw it away just because I want to try to do some sport tricks or something like that in the sky. And don't get me wrong, I'm not beating up on anybody else who actually does do that stuff, because I fly with a lot of pilots who do it, and it is no problem. And I've watched them do it dozens of times. And they're the type of pilots that know what to do when it actually causes a collapse, right? Like, for me, if I'm doing all that stuff right now, like, do I really understand how to get myself out of a crazy collapse? Maybe a little bit, but man, I know how to throw my reserve, put it like that. So we just got the shingles. All right, let's get out of here. Now we gotta go to the campground, right? So, which is only like so far away. It's like maybe 10 minutes. And you know what's really cool about this campground? If you guys can believe it, guess where it's at? It's right next to the local airport that you guys see me at all the time. So awesome. Dude, there's campgrounds all over Cape May County, you know? And being out here, it's so funny because like I said, there's like over 60 some campgrounds out here, and I've only been in just over half of them. Like I think maybe 31 or 32. I have to really look at all my book work in the construction business to actually see that, but it's crazy. And I've been, you know, I don't know if you guys are aware, but I've been in the campground construction business for like, man, 11 years. And that's weird to think. And also, you know, and even before that, I even worked for other people that like just did decks and additions and stuff like that in these campgrounds. That's why I'm pretty well aware with a lot of these park models and even modular homes, right? Because they're built exactly the same. And they're the same companies. And regardless, don't get me wrong, I work a lot on the islands too. But I try to stay away from it a little bit, only because I don't like stay away from the jobs that have a lot of good money payouts. But it's like some of the work out in the islands, the competition's so high. And when you get out there, the one thing I don't like about the islands, you have nowhere to ever park, especially in the summertime. Man, traffic is just getting thick. And what really stinks is trying to like set up on a work site when there's like 5 other crews on the same job. Like when you go to these campgrounds, you don't get that problem, you know what I mean? You get this whole like almost like man, I had to really pull out in front of some people right there. You get a lot of privacy, you know, and the money and stuff's great, but it's not that big of jobs, you know. They're like, I call them knockout jobs, like we're in and out, you know what I mean? And I love that about them. And like I said, I do everything with these jobs, meaning like I'll do roof repairs, but only repairs. And I do mainly decks, additions, windows, doors, siding if it's no bigger than a rancher, maybe a 2-story home if it's the second story, basically, things like that. It's like there's a lot of jobs that I have not taken on, you know. And you know, I've learned that if you try to take on every job, even if you don't, you gotta really know what you're doing, because like what I'm trying to get at is that I've lost a lot where I've worked for nothing, for days for free, just trying to finish a job. And for me, just learning from my mistakes. And that was in the beginning though, you know. What was that, Scoop? Stay in the lane? Is that what that was? Stay in the lane? What was that, Scoop? Oh, it looks foggy. Oh, it is. Check it out. The fog here in Jersey is terrible right now, Scoop. So, Scoop, it's probably about like a half a mile visibility right now. Do you see it, Scoob? About a half a mile, maybe even less. It's like really bad. Scoob, this is that fog that we have all the time on the beach here, and this is what I've been caught in this fog a few times. You know, flying around, and man, that you want to talk about being scared? It's scary. And Scoob, have you ever been caught in the fog flying? I'm hearing my tensioner pulley not sounding healthy right now on this van. I definitely need to give this van some love. I need to get all new, I need to do like a full tune-up. Kind of, but it has lots of open spots. Oh, I got you, yeah. I wonder if like me being, I don't know. Like being out here, there's like this, what's it called? Oh, what the heck is this about? It's like a school bus, like. Oh, that road's closed. That school bus can't turn down. Oh no. no kids are going to school today. So Scoob, like when I got caught in this fog, it's dense, it's thick, and it sucks out here on the East Coast in New Jersey, because like when you get rolling in it, it comes in so fast, and it's just always never small patches. It's always like really big, and man, like if you try to like get above it, you almost wonder if you're ever going to get out of it, and then you know, just to go down, it's like you almost wonder, like, am I going to smack the ground? You know, it's always such bad news, you know. And I've been caught in it, you know, like I said, multiple times. But that one time, man, when it was dark and I got caught in this dense fog and my glider was getting wet as we were flying, I was trying everything I could to get back to the LZ. That was a scary, scary moment of flying. Yeah, guys, if you guys ever come close to fog or anything like that, you think it's going to be bad, just get right on the ground. Get right on the ground, because no matter which way you're going to go, it's going to be, to me, very scary. And dude, I had to whip my phone out to look at my Google Maps. And dude, I was so far over the ocean, you know, and that's why I was glad I was able to look at that, because then I was able to, you know, drift back over on the land a little bit. But crazy stuff. But regardless of all that, man, I am so excited about the Pulsar that's in the shop. I'm so excited about the things to come. Like I said, all of you guys that are watching my videos, you guys want to buy the kit through me, awesome. If not, you want to go buy it through SkyMax Direct, that's totally fine too. Like I said, they are the best ever to me, you know. And like I said, whatever you need, they got it sitting there ready to ship right out. And like I said, if you need this new kit for the 12, 15, 18 liter gas tank swaps, hit me up. I can't wait to help you out. So, and also, like, and if you're just curious about SkyMax, and if you're ever here in New Jersey, you're always, and I'm always going to say this, you're always welcome to trying out my gear, to try and demo the SkyMax Star or even the Pulsar. I am here to let you guys demo it because they are fantastic paramotors. They are something like no other, and they're just different, you know. They're like, to me, they are the Ferraris in the sky. So, and if you guys want to get a taste of what it's like to experience that, hit me up at any time. If you're interested in any SkyMax paramotor, hit me up for sure. The kit looks weird. You would think the bigger end goes forward around, so it would be more stable standing straight up. So you would be pretty impressed. So, Scoob, I'm so glad that you just said that. So when I first did the swap over, the kickstand part that I took off was big and wide, right? I kept thinking like, this would be a pretty good spot for the wide end of the gas tank, right? And then if you look at the brand new Pulsar that they have, it cuts down like that in the middle. And now I know why it cuts down like that in the middle and the front, like where it gets skinnier. So it sits so well balanced when the motor is on it. I mean, it is so amazing. The one thing that's great about SkyMax is that SkyMax is so unique with their balance of the paramotor. So like, it's actually crazy to think. Like at first, Scoob, I totally agree. I was like thinking like, I feel the same way. Like the wider side should have been in the front, and then the back should have been skinnier. But with their unique designs, it was for their balance, and not only for the balance of when the engine's on it and how it sits good on the ground, the way when it sits on your back, it feels so good, Scoob. I can't wait for a day when we get to actually hang out in person and you get to try all this stuff out on your back, just to try it out and feel it for yourself, you know what I mean? And put it on the ground and see how it sits, you know, and all that stuff. And I'm waiting for the trike down next, Scoob. So once I get the trike too, we'll be doing some trike training and triking, which I'm very excited and looking forward to doing, you know? I like really can't wait to do that. It's going to be exciting, you know, and there's just a lot of fun stuff to happen. And Scoob, I actually really appreciate your input. You know, I want everybody's input, because that's the whole point of why I really also have the Pulsar as well, is because SkyMax is watching me, knowing that I'm going to let a lot of other people get to use it and get their honest reviews on it. You know, I'm not here to beat it up or anything like that, but I'm here to just get honest reviews on it. You know, I want people to be like, wow, this is amazing. Wow, what's up with that? Like, why wouldn't it be more like this, if anything? You will get hooked on the trike so much easier. Scoob, I can't wait. Scoob, to be honest with you, I can't wait to experience it, because I have a guy who potentially might want to buy that APCO glider that we do have. And the only reason why I actually did get that APCO glider was to take it up for trikes and also give the Roadster a break here and there sometimes, so I'm not always flying the Roadster. But now I'm looking for my next glider, and I'm also, sorry, I was just going around a circle thing there. So, you know, I would love to get a trike and get to fly the APCO with the trike, but who knows, I might get rid of the APCO first, and then, who knows. Like I said, I want to buy a nice, like, just a trike glider, a true just trike glider, but then I also want to get another, man, look at the fog now, Scoop. Look, we're passing the airport right now, Scoop, right to the left. Right here to the left is where the airport is, where I always go. But look at that fog, guys. So crazy. And like I said, this campground's right around the corner from where you guys always see me hanging out at the airport. So, you know, Scoob, I can't wait to experience it, because like I have experienced triking with Pilot Pat, and Pat got to take me up on the Fly product with the Cosmo 300, and I think he had like an ozone 42 meter or something like that we went up in, and man, was it was breathtaking, man. I mean, like, the way that I felt the resistance of the glider when he went to go thrust, the smoothness of the Cosmo 300 just rolling into its power, and then, dude, that feeling of taxiing on the ground, because Pat taxied for to me, it felt like a whole minute, you know, because but it wasn't that long at all. But, you know, he obviously just taxied enough time to make sure everything looked good, and then when he felt ready, he's full throttle. And man, when we took off, there's something about being a passenger to a paramotoring that really takes the breathtaking, like your breath out of you, I should say. I know I say things kind of wrong sometimes, and I do. Normally when I video edit, I get to actually scrap all that stuff out, you know. But man, when Pilot Pat took me up for that tandem flight, that might have been hands down the best flight I've probably ever been on, because I was able to just sit back, relax, and just really take it all in. And I mean, like, take it in a way where, like, it was something so surreal. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you guys can all check it out too. I posted a video on my YouTube channel of me and Pilot Pat doing the tandem flight, so make sure you guys go check out that video. It's an awesome flight, but just absolutely amazing. And like I said, I hope that you guys always all enjoy. Like I said, I'm actually getting into this campground now, and like I said, I don't know if the customer is going to be here or not, so I guess I can maybe just keep it on until we actually, no, I'm going to actually turn it off. Because like I said, I always try to really give the respect to everybody, you know, because it's one thing that I love to be on the camera, and I love, you know, doing this kind of stuff and sharing my epic adventures and talking about what I'm doing day to day with you guys. But it's a whole nother thing to bring anybody else on film, because I have noticed that a lot of people just don't like it, you know, because a lot of people want their privacy. I get it. I respect it. So, Scoob, hey, man, I'll see you later, too, dude. So, hopefully later on this afternoon, guys, maybe you guys can all come and stay tuned. Check out, maybe we'll have the Pulsar ready to go, or maybe we'll go out for a flight. So, make sure you guys all stay tuned, and I will see you guys all on the next one. So, have a great Tuesday, guys. Peace out.